Okay, good morning everyone. How are you guys doing? Not so good. Okay, so that is the case with KPSC all the time. Okay, so before we start with today's topic, that is good governance, okay, a little bit of motivation, just a 5 minutes of your time to get ourselves motivated, and then we start with our chapter on economic survey, that is good governance. Okay, so today we'll be covering that. Right, so you might have all gone through this story or heard this story, right? The story of the tortoise and the rabbit. Yes, so it's time to relive or recollect that particular story. Okay, so when I started this KPSC Sunday Manthan, notification was not out. Okay, after 2 weeks notification was out. After 2 weeks the dates of elections were out. So there's a lot of confusion throughout our journey in just 1 month, 1.5 months that we have been interacting. Okay, so this competitive examination or any competitive examination is not difficult because of the subjects, not because of the type of questions that are asked, not because of the topics or what you have to study. It's actually very easy. If you see even KPSC syllabus, they're all school level syllabus, economy, polity, geography, history, what you would have studied in school. But what makes it difficult is obviously the competition, right? So that's what we discussed even in the introduction. The topics are very easy, but what makes it difficult is the competition that is there. Okay, to add to this, there is lot of uncertainty, right? There is lot of chaos in this KPSC, especially KPSC, right? Uncertainty whether the notification will be out. Now the notification is out. Okay, now whether it will be postponed or not. So therefore what happens is several good students, what I have seen, okay, several good students give up, or rather they get stressed out, okay, and they will not be able to clear in spite of the exam being very, very easy. They lose momentum. Okay, they will be going in one way, one path, and then they lose momentum. You guys, if you have been attending from the beginning, you might have realized we did not have place to sit when we came on the first day. Okay, but now, as you know, a lot of people give up. I mean, it's good for you guys because you are all attending classes. So what I'm trying to tell you is stay there, okay, stay focused, stay committed. Okay, slow and steady will ultimately win the race. Honestly speaking, I have seen this happen to students. For 3 years, 4 years, some of my very good students, for 3 years they've been waiting for KPSC, they were, waiting for the notification, then for the prelims, and then the mains examination gets postponed. It's not the first time that the, issue is there. Last year also, during the election itself, mains exam was there, and then they postponed it to 1 month later. Many people gave up that time. A lot of students did not give up, and they stuck together. I mean, they continued to study and they cleared the exam. And those who did not are now preparing once again. Is that understood? Same thing will happen to you guys also. This is going to be very, very uncertain. The whole, it's not like, it's just the beginning. Innu prelims agilla, right? It's just the beginning. I'm giving you a, what do you say, an insight into what you will face in the future. It might take 2 to 3 years, but at the end, it's going to be good. Those who stick to the game, those who are consistent, those who have patience, don't lose out on because of the uncertainty. You have to accept it. KPSC competitive examination is very, very uncertain. If you are not aware of it, then you will be surprised and then you give up. Is that okay? So daily routine has to go on. No matter what, you should not give up. Okay, whether these classes, see, these classes are not something which is, very unique that we are going to present over here, but it just keeps us motivated, gives you a perspective, helps you cover a lot of topics easily. So therefore, every week that we do, maybe a small initiative, same thing you should also have routine. Every day you should have a routine. Okay, do that regularly for 2 to 3 years. At the end, the outcome is good. See, once you clear, you become assistant commissioner. For example, at the highest level, let's say. Right, people will come for you to help, for help. Your aunties, etc., when they go out, they want some room, they want to go to some temple, they will call you. Okay, or if some of your friends want some certificate, etc., they will call you. You will be having the ability to contribute to the society. Some poor person is there, somebody who has, no documents for getting benefits. You can help. You can make sure the land records are simplified or implemented effectively. Those who own the land, their land is given back to them. Compensations are given. Whatever. So many, so much of power you have. Social power also, and the power to contribute back to the society also. So for that, you need to have patience. What we studied in school about the story about the tortoise and the rabbit is very, very much relevant, especially for competitive examination and more so with respect to KPSC. So please don't get diverted. Whatever is the changes that happens over a period of, see now prelims dates may get postponed. Amele prelims exams will be held. Then there will be some issue with respect to reservation. Hyderabad, Karnataka reservation, that reservation, physically hand. Somebody will go to the court and put a case. They will announce 3 months later mains exam. Oh, ellaru tension madkoltare. Okay, half of them will give up there also. Amele 2 months admele there will be a court case. Then they will postpone the exam. Okay, then the exam will be held after 1 year. Then again COVID might come back. Okay, then again it might get postponed. Okay, so this cycle will go on. Then mains results will come. Then again somebody will put case. Then somebody else will go to protest. Again interview dates will get postponed by another 6 months. Adalla cycle ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಆಮೇಲೆ results ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಆಮೇಲೆ the chairman and the secretary will start fighting. Okay, so they will go on fighting with each other. Okay, until whatever time they decide to give the results. And then somebody will steal the result and run away. I thought, like what happened, the result list is missing, it seems. Come on. Okay, so the result list will go missing. Idella ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. So you should not lose hope. So I always tell this, KPSC exam is like a fixed deposit account. You put your effort, put the money in the bank and leave it to mature. Is that okay? It's not a day-to-day account where recurrent. Whatever the savings account where you withdraw, you put money. No, it's a fixed deposit. Put all your effort, put the money in the bank, wait for it to mature, and when it matures, you will be surprised. Your status in the society will change forever. For that, have patience, relax, enjoy the process. Don't complain. I know complaining, it is an important part of it, but you can't do anything about it. Namge message barte, sir, please postpone the exam. Now yen madakagutte. Is that okay? So neither can you do anything nor we can do anything. Is that okay? All that we can do is, competition is here. You have to make sure that you are at that level. Is that understood? 1 month postpone aita, be better at your subjects. That's all. Because 1 month postpone adre, competition will become 10% more. So you can't relax and go on vacation. So you have to stick to the plan. 1 month extra aita, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು 10 test extra bariri ಅಷ್ಟೇ. So with that motivation, we'll start with today's topic, that is good governance. Okay, so it's part of your, one of the chapter, I think 11th or 12th chapter of your economic survey deals with good governance. Is that okay? So before we start with what is there in our economic survey, I'm sure all of you are aware of good governance. It is part of your main syllabus also. It is part of your ethics mains alli, even polity and governance alli good governance is there. Public administration mein good governance is there, as well as ethics paper also has good governance. And in ethics also they can ask a question on good governance. Essay also they can ask a question on good governance. Is that okay? I'm not going to go too much in the concept of good governance because that would be mains point of view. But before we start with the economic survey, the factual information, etc., let's try to get familiar with what is good governance. Any governance which is benefiting the citizens, benefiting the public, can be considered as good governance. Transparent, efficient, responsible. Okay, these are some of the attributes of good governance. If you talk about United Nations, which advocates or which wants to ensure good governance in all the country, has given pillars of good governance. If you see, these are all some fodder points which you can write for any topic that is given on good governance, right? Good governance include transparency, right? So that people can hold their government accountable. Okay, it is consensus oriented. Okay, then it is accountable, effective and efficient. equality and inclusive, making sure that everybody benefits from it, responsive, okay, participatory, and based on rule of law. Right, so these are the pillars. So these are important points from your mains point of view, right? So these pillars of good governance, UN good governance, etc. World Bank also ensures that it funds projects which promotes good governance. There are several projects which are funded by World Bank in India, in Karnataka, to promote good governance. So if they have to make sure, or if they have to evaluate the spending on good governance, they use these parameters to ensure that there is good governance. One of the key attribute of good governance is, or one of the ways through which we can transform governance into good governance, is e-governance. That means using technology, ICT, okay, in order to bring about reforms in governance. So that is called as e-governance. So in this chapter, we will be discussing several e-governance initiatives of Karnataka government, which very frequently is asked in your prelims examination. Okay, match the following objectives, which ministry implements these programs, etc. So good governance and e-governance. One of the key agent of change of governance is e-governance. So it can ensure transparency. It can bring about consensus in decision making. People can participate in governance, in decision making. Okay, it promotes accountability. It brings about efficiency and effectiveness. Paperless office, e-office, right? Use of mobile. All this can bring about efficiency and effectiveness. Equality, it makes governance, or it makes government accessible to all, promoting equality, right? Then it also is more responsive. Very easily you can just, today if something goes wrong, you can call the call center of that respective government and work gets done. You know, whether it is BWSSB, BESC, or anything like that, they have a call center. Actually it works. I was also surprised, like you guys. Okay, you call, you get an SMS saying that the complaint has been registered, and within 24 hours it gets resolved. BWSSB, that big truck that comes to, you know, wash the sewage, people pay 4,000, 5,000 rupees. But you can just simply call their call center, it gets registered, and they will come and do it for free. You know, such kind of reforms can be brought about by e-governance. Same way participation, promoting rule of law, etc. So e-governance can be a change agent. So lot of things we will be focusing here today on e-governance. All right. So this is about good governance. Today's class, see how I have organized. I mean, I was reading the economic survey. It's quite disorganized. You know, the topics are just thrown out. I don't know who compiled it and put together, you know. So, but anyways, so I try to make some sense of it. So first we will be talking about the policy and the organization dealing with good governance and e-governance. The policy as well as the organization that is there in Karnataka. Second, we will talk about the infrastructure responsible for implementing this e-governance. The infrastructure, you need network, you need storage, you need applications, right? So you have digital infrastructure as core utility. Is that okay? Like how you have electricity, how you have roads. Today you have infrastructure relating to e-governance or ICT, right? Like the storage nodes, network, etc. So we'll talk about the infrastructure, and then we will be talking about the various applications, the various websites and service delivery modes for e-governance. So that's how we will progress in our class. Okay, the policy and organization, the infrastructure, and the service delivery through websites, through various applications, etc. All right, so this is how we will try and cover and try to get some sense of the topic for from good governance. Okay. All right. So before we start with Karnataka, at least I'm sure all of you would have studied this with respect to at the national level. At the national level, we have a program called as Digital India Program or Digital India Mission. So a lot of changes that is happening in Karnataka or any other state is because of this initiative, Digital India. Okay, earlier it was called as National E-Governance, and then later in 2015 we tried to bring all the digital reforms and digitalization, ICT, governance into one single umbrella program, which is called as Digital India. So it was launched by our Prime Minister in the year 2015. So various initiatives, whether it is broadband to our Gram Sabhas, whether it is CSCs, the common service centers that are established, post office being converted into digital centers, or your UPI. Okay, all these initiatives are part of this Digital India, and same way the various e-governance initiatives or digital programs started in Karnataka also has been either funded or supported or pushed by the Digital India program. So there are various missions. There are 9 missions under this Digital India program. So some deals with government to government, some deals with government to business, G2B, G2G, and some deals with G2C, dealing with various ministries. Is that okay? So this you have to read a little bit about it, even though if it is not part of your current affairs, it's part of your concept, meaning it is evergreen. Unless a new program comes, this you have to know. Is that okay? The salient features of it, if not detail, okay, and its merits, demerits, challenges, etc. Rather than demerits, challenges. All right. So basically, it talks about what? Same thing, infrastructure. Establish various infrastructure to bridge the digital divide. For example, making sure broadband, every villages will be connected through broadband. Today it is almost being realized, except for few villages. Most villages are now being connected through broadbands. Post office networks, right, where every village, if not an internet, they had a post office. So they're converting these post office into common service centers. So like that, infrastructure as utility for every citizens. Mobile, using mobile and mobile technology, they're trying to promote good governance. Then governance and service on demand. Okay, whatever citizens need, whether it is with respect to health, education, okay, various other facilities, delivery of services is provided, and digital empowerment of citizens. So this you will have to know. This is the umbrella scheme program with respect to digital governance in our country. Read a little bit more about it from your GS point of view. So here the focus is on transforming India using technology, by using Indian talent and IT technology to transform India into tomorrow's India. Okay, IT plus IT equals IT. Okay, using Indian talent, okay, for using information technology to transform India into tomorrow's India. Is that okay? So this also, see these things, when you read these articles, if you ask me, if you read these articles, on Digital India only, I have seen students collect 10 pages, 15 pages, hoping or assuming that they will be able to remember them for the exam. They can't. You have to create those answers in the exam hall. But you need certain keywords like this. Okay, like transforming India, enabling change through information technology. So like that, you need certain keywords. Remember that. Now Digital India means one page, that's all, not more than that. I have seen students write everything neatly in red pen, blue pen, green pen, etc. But in the exam, if you have 15 pages information on Digital India, you will not be able to remember. So just this one, you can write one essay only. Is that okay? Okay, so IT plus IT equals IT. So here, the objective of your Digital India mission is to change or transform the governance in India. All right, so it has 9 pillars. Okay, you can write down this detail, you read it on your own. Is that okay? See, whatever I give here is very important because I have filtered almost 80% of the topic from the chapter. Only the most important ones. These facts can be used to write your exam, mains exam, to solve multiple choice questions, etc. Okay, right. So you have 9 pillars. The infrastructure, broadband as a highway. So they want to connect every urban conglomerates, every villages, Gram Sabha through broadband. Universal access to phone, mobile will be an agent. So you might have heard of even that Jam Trinity. right? Jandan Mobile and Aadhaar. So mobile again, because India has more mobile than its population, correct? So therefore mobile can be an change agent. Everybody has it. You know, there was a time when opposition party, when they introduced UPI, right? When they introduced UPI, they made criticism of this initiative, saying that, you know, people don't have access to electricity. How are we going to bring about, you know, this digital transactions? Okay, it is only for the elites. But today it is very difficult to do transaction in cash, at least at the, you know, retail level. At other levels, maybe cash still makes a lot of difference, if you understand what I say. But you know, at retail level, you know, if you want to even go to the city market and you want to buy vegetables over there, cash very difficult. Unless you have exact change, it is fine. If you don't have exact change, cash will not work. The poorest of the poor, or the most, I mean, at the last person in the line, right, also is now able to use this. So therefore again, mobile can be a transformation. Public internet access program. So those who don't have individual, so public access, now you have internet facilities in railway stations and other places, so things like that. E-governance and E-Kranti, that is electronic delivery of services. E-governance, using technology to bring about good governance. So these two. Information for all, to promote transparency. Electronic manufacturing, so as to reduce import of electronic items and hardware, etc. Promote jobs in IT sector, IT for jobs, and early harvest program. If you actually go to the Ministry of Information Technology, you will find this is the same slide from their website itself. You will find more details. There is a PPT, okay, from their website itself, government's website. You will find a lot of information on that, and they have organized it very well also. So if you want more information, please go to the ministry's website, okay, and you will find the same slides over there. So these are the 9 pillars. Now why did I discuss this 9 pillars is because whatever we are going to discuss in the next hour or so is to do with e-governance and e-Kranti. Whatever we are going to discuss in this chapter, okay, whether it is Bhumi, this applications, etc., is to do with e-governance as well as e-Kranti. That is the 4th and the 5th pillar. Is that okay, right? So e-governance, using technology to reform the government and governance, and e-Kranti to deliver services to the people by using technology. So out of this 9 pillar, these 2 pillars are what we are going to discuss in today's class. Okay, so that e-Kranti is also called as National E-Governance Plan 2.0. Okay, so this is one of the pillars, again part of the Digital India Mission 2015, to transform e-governance through, transforming e-governance for transforming governance. All right, electronic delivery of services by using multi-mode, whether it is websites, whether it is mobile applications, whether it is even through telephone call. Okay, you call them and you can get your services done. Okay, so this is e-Kranti. There are several initiatives in national, at the level of national. When you read general studies from your paper 1 point of view, several schemes are there, like DigiLocker, you might have heard, yes. So these are all part of e-Kranti. DigiLocker, okay, things like that are part of e-Kranti. So that you will have to read from paper 1 point of view. Now I will discuss from paper 2 point of view, that is Karnataka's e-governance initiatives. Okay, so these are the examples. Okay, like at the national level, I am not going it in detail. I found this in the same website, so I have put it. If you don't know, you can write it down. Then we will go into Karnataka's e-governance. Okay, so these are some examples. Common service centers. Okay, so there, what happens in common service center? Somebody who is digitally illiterate or does not have mobile or computers, etc. What will they do? They can go to these common service centers, okay, where you have somebody sitting there and providing these services on your behalf. Now let's say you want to link your bank to Aadhaar. Okay, so what do? You can go to the common service centers, and get your Aadhaar linked with a bank account. For example, if you don't know to do that. Then you have unified mobile application for new age governance, Umang. Okay, like that Umang, you Google it up, you will find some information, you remember it. If it is in news, it becomes more important. E-district, so at every district is now connected. Okay, so various e-services also will be provided like caste certificate, death certificate. Now, caste certificate, if you have applied for the exam, you know it. No more you have to, go and get the, paper. It's all paperless. You can download it from the website, and that also has a lot of challenges, the dates and other things. And then once again you go back. We are in the transition. So that's the challenge we need to address. Just because of that, we cannot throw the system out. Is that okay? Now, DigiLocker, right? So public documents or your personal documents, etc., or your certificates, etc., can be made available through DigiLockers. UPI, Meri Pehchan, National User Authentication Service. Okay, then My Scheme, DBT, right? Direct benefit transfer directly to the bank accounts. Then Diksha, student and teacher participating portal, where students and teachers can interact with each other. Okay. So these are some of the examples under E-Kranti. There are more. You can read it from your general studies book. Is that okay, guys? So at the national level, just a brief introduction into e-governance and digital India. Is that okay? There is more to it, you can read it. So now how is it being implemented in Karnataka? So we'll start with Karnataka's e-governance. Governance, mainly focusing on e-governance. Okay. Right. So first is the organization. Is that okay? So first, which organization deals with good governance and e-governance, or which department? Okay, so it is DPAR. Okay, Department of Personal and Administrative Reforms, DPAR. So it comes under directly under Chief Minister. So you have the CM, then you have the DPAR. So DPAR is the organization or the department which deals with your governance, good governance, e-governance, everything. Tomorrow once you get selected also, all your transfers, promotions, everything is dealt by DPAR. So you have to keep them very happy. Is that okay? The people over there who are working, you have to make sure you have to keep them very happy. Those in service will know it. Okay, so DPAR is a cadre controlling authority, and they therefore governance also comes under them. Okay, so now there are several institutions or departments or under them. You have Center for E-Governance. Okay, so each of them we will discuss. Is that okay? So there is Center for E-Governance. There is Directorate of Electronic Delivery of Citizen Service under DPAR. You have Karnataka State Remote Sensing Applications Center under DPAR, and Center for Smart Governance. All these are under that. So tomorrow if you are getting selected, you can go and on deputation onto these also. So one by one we will take it up. Is that okay? So DPAR, everything will be repeated again. So under DPAR, first one is Center for E-Governance. All this can be asked as a question. Okay, so what is Center for E-Governance? So it is under DPAR, set up in 2006. Write down, it was set up in 2006. It's an autonomous body set up as a society under the Societies Act. Okay, so you have this Center for E-Governance, okay, which is under DPAR. All right, so it is an autonomous body under DPAR dealing with all e-governance initiative of Karnataka government. Every e-governance initiatives is either initiated by them or supported by them. It may be implemented by various departments, but they will be supported by Center for E-Governance. So this is a nodal body, you can say. Then you have it's an autonomous body set up under the Karnataka Societies Act. All right. So basically, what does it deal with? It deals with everything to do with e-governance. It deals with conceptualization of various e-governance initiatives, implementing them, monitoring them. All right. If you see the survey, it has a lot of information. Just this, if you are able to remember, it's fine. Vision, empowering the mass through e-governance, better service delivery obviously, and promote economic development through e-governance. These are all obvious statements. There is nothing very factual. It makes sense. Okay, so what you need to remember is set up in 2006, okay, under DPAR, autonomous body, set up as a society under Karnataka Societies Act. All right. So this is the first organization, Center for E-Governance. Next, Directorate of Electronic Delivery of Citizen Service. Okay. So this has been set up also under DPAR. Okay, in 2007. In 2007. Okay, to provide government services in cashless, in paperless, and contactless. Again, these words are very important from your mains point of view. Sometimes what happens is when you want to write answers, you will not be able to find the right words. Contactless, paperless, and cashless, right? And you underline those words. Okay, they will act as a bait to your examiner to give you more marks. Is that okay? So this is part of your electronic delivery citizen service of citizen service under DPAR. Is that okay? So to promote delivery of services through digital mode. Is that okay? Next, Karnataka State Remote Sensing. Karnataka State Remote Sensing Applications Center. As the name itself suggests, it is to do with remote sensing and geographical information system. Okay, GIS and remote sensing. So by using this technology, okay, the government will be collecting data and will be managing these data to effectively utilize the resources, the various resources, okay, whether it is land, forest, mining resources, etc. Okay, for your roads, for making roads, bridges, railways, etc. You need information. Okay, so such information is available through remote sensing and GIS. So the nodal agency in Karnataka relating to this is this Karnataka State Remote Sensing Application Center. It is also under DPAR, set up in 1986. Okay, it is for data collection and also develops various web applications and mobile applications to utilize this data. The data will be used for planning, for development purpose, and for management of natural resources. Now, these are obvious. If you apply your common sense, it makes sense. But what you need to remember factual is the governing council, okay, of this body is chaired by the chief secretary. Okay, then the executive committee is headed by the secretary, DPAR. You can remember these 2 points. So governing council is chaired by Chief Secretary of Karnataka. The executive committee, the day-to-day working of this is headed by the secretary, DPAR. All right. One such initiative under this KSR SAC is that they also provide a master's degree, MTech in geoinformatics, okay, in VTU, Vishveshwaraya Institute of Technology. Okay. So this is some facts you can remember. So it also provides an MTech in geoinformatics in VTU. Is that okay? So DPAR, just to give you an idea. So now you know 3 body we have already finished. All right. Next, Center for Smart Governance. Center for Smart Governance. So all your various applications, website designing, etc. Okay, so they are all developed by this body, that is Center for Smart Governance in Karnataka. Okay, Center for Smart Governance. Not everything, few of them are developed by them. If you see their website, you have various department or ministries websites developed by them. Again, we don't have to go into all of that, but be aware of it that some ministries and this one's applications, mobile applications, websites, they're all developed by there. Okay. So caters to IT requirements of the government. So they develop various software applications for the government departments, corporations, PSUs, okay, and autonomous institution. Also keep in mind they can also provide this service to other government aided and recognized organization. Okay, they also can avail this service. In case if they ask a question, is it only for government bodies? No, it can be for other organizations also, which is recognized, aided by the government. Some universities or some colleges, etc., they can also be using their services. So again, please remember Center for Smart Governance, also under DPAR. Caters to the IT requirements, they develop various softwares, etc. All right, is that okay? So we also have at the central level, so these are all the state level, is that okay? So you have Center for E-Governance, right? Directorate of Electronic Delivery of Citizens Service, then you have Remote Sensing Application Center, and you have Center for Smart Governance. So these are all Karnataka government's initiatives to help support or whatever plan, monitor, etc., to do with e-governance or digitalization, etc., in government. Is that clear? Okay. Now at the central level, you all know you have a NIC, National Information Center. So this is the main agency that supports the government, right, in providing various softwares, etc. So they are the technology partner of the government. Not only central government, but also to the state government also they support. Is that okay? So they are the technology partner of the government of India. So they design and develop various IT systems for both central as well as state governments. You might have seen various websites which has .nic.in. They are all developed by them. Is that okay? So they provide the various infrastructure also required for ICT. Okay, whereas like network infrastructure, okay, data storage centers, such infrastructures also are developed by them, and they also act as an advisory body to the government, okay, in various matters relating to ICT. So they are under the Ministry of Information and Technology, METI. Okay, so that is Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology, central government. Why I have put it over here? Because they also support the Karnataka government also, every other state government also. So they are under which ministry? Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology, set up in 1976 with an objective to provide a technology-driven solution for both the central as well as the state government. So they are the technology partner, they are advisory body, they provide infrastructure, they also provide various IT system, designing and developing softwares, websites, applications, okay, necessary for e-governance. So this also you have to remember. And Ministry of Electronics and IT also plays a crucial role in promoting e-governance in India. So that also you can read. These are all the organizations. Is that okay? Mainly focusing on Karnataka. I have talked about the national level. NIC is also important from the Karnataka point of view. Is that okay, guys? So this is, see, now it's not just from prelims point of view. I put effort so that you remember this from your mains point of view. At least 2-3 questions on governance or e-governance will come. For that you need some facts to score better marks. Those facts are these. Is that okay? Organization level, etc. Now coming to the infrastructure. The second part is the infrastructure. So we need network infrastructure, we need hosting, all the applications, websites, they have to be hosted somewhere, the hosting, the security aspect, correct prevention of cyber attack or ensuring privacy of data, all right, as well as people has to be trained, personals. So I put them under infrastructure, but you get the point that there is a personnel also are very crucial for implementing this. Is that okay? So first one is network. Okay. So what we have in Karnataka for your secured internet service is called as the KSWAN. That is Karnataka Statewide Area Network. Wide Area Network. In Karnataka for government governance initiatives or interactions, etc. It's called as what? KSWAN. That is wide area network, Karnataka state wide area network. So we are presently in 2.0. This is 1.0. So started in or came into force in December 2009. So it is an infrastructure for data and secured internet service. So they connect all the government offices, the various applications that they host, all right, websites, applications, etc. are all connected through this KS1. Is that okay? Various applications, all this we'll discuss later, just an example like Kaveri, Khazane, e-hospital, Bhumi, e-procurement, e-office. All the offices today are connected through internet to network through KS1. Okay, so you have control rooms that are operational at both district as well as taluk headquarters, okay, which connects to various offices in taluks and districts, and was provided, these connections were provided by BSNL and Airtel. This is there in economic survey, so you remember BSNL and Airtel, okay, started in 2009, basically internet service to connect various government offices and the various applications hosted by them. Is that okay? This is case 1. So right now case 1 2.0, that's what is there today. Okay, this again wide area network, end to end wide area network, right from the node till the field level offices are connected through case 1. So you have, I mean, see, technically you might be better at it, but obviously you have the central node, right, and then you have the regional nodes, and then you have various offices. So these are the various offices. These nodes, regional nodes, are located at the taluk and the district level. They will be connected at the central data hub, okay, where you have all the applications, etc. hosted. We'll look into that data center. So that will be connected through various. So then all these offices are all networked through case 1. Is that okay? And then there is some technical part over here. Okay, so these are all using technology called as multi-protocol label switching. Engineers will be knowing better. Okay, so multiple protocol label, and for local buildings, etc., you have local area network. For secured connection in local areas like your Vidhan Sauda, okay, MS building, etc., you have local area network to secure the data within the local area. Otherwise, data theft, etc., is a risk involved. Okay, this is case 1 2.0. There is a proposal, okay, 3.0. So this wants to extend that to the Gram Sabha. Right now it ends at taluk level. So the case 1 3.0 will extend this network connectivity to even Gram Sabha offices. Extend the connectivity, as well as they will be involving other telecom providers like Reliance, etc., also to provide the service. Is that okay? Online students or audio issue, is everybody facing that? Clear? This is network, all right. Then that is wide area network with local area network with respect to Vidhan Sauda MS building in Bangalore. Okay, so you have what is known as SE clan. Okay, so that is your secretariat. Simple question will be, what is SE clan? So secretariat, local area network. So this is to connect the local government, okay, to ensure secure networking between offices, okay, at the local level. So Karnataka government secretariat local area network, wireless connectivity across administrative department, various offices, etc. Okay, like Vidhan Sauda, Vikas Sauda, MS building, etc. So this is the networking aspect of it, the infrastructure wise. Clear? Any doubt? If you read the survey, you have several points. They are all very obvious. Okay, why is it important? if I have to ask you, why is it important? Security, efficiency, okay, easy connectivity and all of that, ease of connectivity and things like that. Okay, so those things I've just skipped, assuming that you'll know. These are all from prelims point of view, what you need to know to rule out options and get your answers. Is that okay? Next, data center, which has to store all the hosting of websites, applications, right? Hostage. So the website has to be hosted somewhere. Okay, the applications has to be hosted somewhere. So you have Karnataka State Data Center. Okay, it is one of the first in the country, I mean first state to have such a infrastructure. Karnataka is the first state to have such an infrastructure, okay, data center in 2004. Again, Center for E-Governance under DPAR, say they only have set up. So all your applications, websites, G2C, G2B, G2G, government to government, government to citizens and government to business applications, they are all hosted over here. So that is the data center. So data center is over, networking is over. Is that okay? Karnataka State Data Center. Next, security operation center. So we have data center, now we need to ensure its security. So again, in your Center for E-Governance, you have Security Operations Center. Okay, it is set up in 2002 in the State Data Center. In the State Data Center, you have Security Operations Center. Okay, this is a command center relating to all IT and cyber security related matter. It will have professionals, okay, involved. They are responsible for monitoring, analysis and protecting, okay, all the data, the network, the applications, the websites from cyber attacks. You know that cyber attack is one of the greatest challenge that e-governance initiative faces. Various websites in India itself have been under threat, like ISRO and other such AIMS hospitals. So many have been under threat previously. To prevent such attacks, constantly monitoring, analysis and proactive steps are taken to protect the entire network, data center, etc. And they are connected or integrated at the national level. So at the national level you have CERT-IN, that is Computer Emergency Response Team. All this you have to remember from paper 1 point of view. CERT-IN, okay, Ministry of Electronics and Telecommunication. Then you have National Critical Information Infrastructure Protection Center. These are all at the national level. So they coordinate with them, exchange these information, data and all of that to protect the entire network, okay, relating to governance, e-governance. Is that okay? So Security Operations Center, where is it located? Center for, State Data Center under Center for E-Governance under DPAR. All that now you can understand very easily, right? We'll move on. Done, all of you? Right. Then Karnataka Resident Data Hub. Again, Department of E-Governance under DPAR only. So basically it provides Aadhaar related and e-sign services. So for example, now if you are applying for any beneficiary schemes, your certificates, compensation schemes, etc., everywhere what do they ask? Aadhaar linkage, right? So there has to be a place where all of that has to be stored. You don't have to give it each time now, correct? Automatically it will be linked. Let's say you are asking for compensation. Let's say you are asking for beneficiary benefits, okay, subsidies. They come directly to your bank account, okay. If you just give your phone number or just give your Aadhaar, everything works out. Why? Because there is a initiative where all this Aadhaar related and electronic signature, you don't have to go there, sign the document, paper, etc. It is e-signature. You get an OTP, correct? They call you and ask for OTP or whatever. You have to enter that OTP. How is it being done? Through this. So it provides Aadhaar related and e-sign services, and not just for government, any private organization also which is authorized under the Aadhaar Act, if they also want to utilize Aadhaar related information, they also can access the data from here. Is that okay? Right. So Aadhaar related e-sign service to various departments and bridging the gap between the department and UIDAI. Okay. So the data is there. So it acts as a bridge. So your Aadhaar data and the department or any other organization which requires this data get connected through this. So we have two data centers. Okay. One is located in Bengaluru. The other one is Manesar in Haryana. All right. So it also gives licenses to various Aadhaar authentication agencies. Okay, various agencies which is authorized to utilize Aadhaar information. The licenses can be given by them under Section 7 of Aadhaar Act 2016. E-signature, as I told you, as per IT Act 2002, replaced manual signature. Many places you don't have to go and sign now, right? You get an OTP linked to your mobile number Aadhaar linked mobile number, and by giving that OTP automatically it is considered that you have given your approval, correct? So authenticated with Aadhaar number. All this happens through what is known as this Aadhaar related e-sign services. That hub is located in Karnataka, called as Karnataka Resident Data Hub. Is that okay? This also I feel I put it under infrastructure as such. Okay? Is that okay? Again, important, Department of E-Governance, Aadhaar related, two data center operational which is connecting licenses and all of that. Okay. Next, for training, okay, various personnel in the government offices with respect to IT, you have state e-mission team. So their main job is to train government officials, okay, the staff, okay, so that they are the ones who is implementing, so they will be aware of it. So they consist of team of professionals deployed in the state and union territories, okay, to provide technical and professional support to the state governments and in implementing the e-governance initiatives. So technical training, etc. They conduct courses, okay, to the employees, government employees, etc., staff, provide training and also computer literacy tests. In many, even once you get into service, if you want to get promotion or certain times you might have to even take computer literacy tests. Only then you might get, promotion or something like that. It will be very basic, don't worry, but you have to give it in order to get postings or something like that. Okay, so training, computer literacy tests, etc. So that is state e-mission team. So this is to do with infrastructure and personals. Is that okay? Simple, right? So I'll just very quickly talk about it. So you have case 1, Karnataka state wide area network. Then you have secretariat local area network. Then Karnataka state data center. Then you have security operations center. All these are operating under the e-governance, Center for E-Governance, including Karnataka Resident Data Hub. Is that okay? And state e-mission team. Okay, so these are basically again professionals meant for training government employees, staff, or providing certification, etc. for its for the personnel. So we finished with infrastructure. We finished with the organization and policy at national level as well as at the state level. Matlab, the policy at the national level and the organization at the state level. So now we'll talk about the various applications, webs, initiatives. So these are high on facts. Okay, so a lot of applications which are in news, which were mentioned in economic survey, you might have to remember. Okay, so quickly we will cover these things also. Important applications, web initiatives, etc. Okay, so very quickly, see, again you don't have to know everything that is printed in economic survey. You can't remember that. Know enough to rule out options. Okay, so know the scheme, program or application. know the department, ministries, or who is implementing or initiative, and what do they deal with. The rest you can write on your own or think on your own. At least these three things, if you remember, it is fine. Advantage, disadvantage, you cook up in your mails. Is that okay? Or apply your common sense. Right. So quickly you can write down as we discuss. Some I will do it in detail. Okay, some which is obvious we won't. So to digitalize all record under revenue department, we have a application which is called as the Bhumi, right? Bhumi revenue department digitalization of all land record. Now I could have added one more column with when was it started. That becomes too much. If you want, you can read on your own. Okay, but I felt it is not so important unless it is in news. Again, you can say that, see, we keep getting these complaints or doubts or otherwise. I would say I want to address that. See, some of the magazines, especially the compilation, does not have every information. Please remember, whatever compilation we have given, whatever I am doing here does not contain all the information. Is that okay? We have filtered almost 80% of information, unnecessary information which we feel is of secondary or tertiary importance. What we have to first cover is the primary importance. If you know these, you will aram se clear. Why you want to put extra hard work and know everything? Alva? So out of 400 marks, cut off maybe GM, maybe around 200 to 220. So that you have to keep in mind, right? Sometimes when you read more and keep more information, the right information doesn't come in the exam. Is that okay? So that is why even in our compilation, etc., lot of obvious and unnecessary information we have skipped. Only those which we feel is important from the exam point of view is there. Anyway, so here also, as I told you, somebody might say, oh, nobody, you're not given when was it established. I am not given because I feel it is too much for an aspirant to remember everything. Okay, right. So Bhumi, revenue department, digitalization of all records. What is the advantage, merits? Makes sense, efficiency, effective, transparency, prevent corruption, right, improves the time, right, all these things can be managed through that. Even for the government it is beneficial. See, when in an exam when they ask, you can write from different angle, from economic point of view, from political point of view, from people's point of view, or you can write it how it helps from the citizens point of view, from administrative point of view. Don't you think digitalization of land records benefits the administration? It actually benefits them the most because they don't have to deal with hundreds of files, you know, just by searching the numbers, they will be able to, whatever the identity number, they will be able to get all the information, right? Khazane, treasury department, right? Online treasury system. So you have taluk level, district level treasury officers, they all will be connected with the central, I mean the state treasury department, easy transaction, your payments. Tomorrow when you become employees, your money gets, or your salaries, they do get delayed, okay, also, but they do come from here only through Khazana. It has improved a lot because of this. Next, Kaveri, Department of Stamps and Registration, online registration of property, marriage or any other document. So when you go to sub-registrar's office, right, now you can register any sub-registers, it's unified. So documents can be registered, right, marriages are registered and properties. So these are all online registration through a software called as Kaveri. Then Kutumba, Department of E-Governance, Entitlement Management System. See, various schemes and programs today in Karnataka are being implemented or given to residents of Karnataka. Alva. So to identify residents of Karnataka and all of that, to have the characteristic of households of Karnataka, right, we have this Kutumba. We will discuss that a little bit in detail later. Then fruits for farmers registration and unified beneficiary information system. Okay, so farmers receiving various subsidies and benefits, etc. Okay, so a unified beneficiary information system which is called as fruits, not by Ministry of Agriculture but by Department of E-Governance. That is what is confusing. fruits, they will even, give a full form is being implemented by which, so that you see farmer and you will be tempted to mark this one, because it's not just agriculture, also horticulture, sericulture, everything, okay, is brought under fruits. So therefore it is not by one ministry, it is by e-governance, by DPAR. Is that okay? This is what is confusing. If I have to frame a question, I will give the full form and push you into the wrong direction. Is that okay? So therefore these kind, make sure you remember. Next. Okay, everybody wrote down that? Okay, next. Avalokana portal, Department of Planning Programming. So basically the various government departments, public, citizens, business, they can monitor the progress of programs by using Avalokana portal. So this is by whom? By Department of Planning, Program Monitoring and Statistics. It is mainly for monitoring of program, both by the government and even citizens. Actually, if you go to the websites, you can see in various districts what all programs are being implemented, how much fund has been spent, where is the money allocated, all this you can see in that. Is that okay? Next, Mahiti Kanaja, information regarding all public service schemes, funds and the money that is being spent. I don't know, I could not find which ministry, so let's leave it at that. So it is for all the information relating to various schemes and programs will be available over here. Okay, then Mojini app, Survey and Settlement and Records, Land Records Department. So basically this provides, it's an application where farmers or the village residents can get a map of the village, Iswattu and Podi and things like that, everything to do with the revenue aspects of village land, everything can be, all the information can be got over here, Moji app. Then Kanaja portal, Karnataka Knowledge Commission and International Institute for Information Technology, Bangalore. So their collaboration. So it is a Kannada online encyclopedia. Is that okay? All of you have written this down? Some little bit in detail. These are some simple ones, direct ones. So some little bit in detail. So you have for public procurements. So various departments and ministries, they procure either goods or services, constructions, etc. So to apply to that, you have a portal called as Karnataka Public Procurement Portal. Again, what is the benefit? Transparency, efficiency, accountability, blah blah blah. So if you know the first one, the circle, the same thing for everything, right? Okay, so to promote transparency in public procurement, we have a portal called as Karnataka Public Procurement Portal for e-procurement, everything. So today, if you are a service provider or if you are providing any kind of thing to the government, you have to register yourself in the portal and then apply for the auction by paying the requisite fees. The auction will be done through online. After the auction is done, your monitoring, invoicing, money, etc., everything will come through this portal. So streamlines everything to do with e-procurement. Is that okay? So government uses this only for now. So now you have a 2.0 version. Okay, so Right now it is in a pilot basis, which is much more efficient is what is the reason, much more efficient and effective. Right now being experimented with tenders which is worth more than 50 lakh. If it is asked in the prelims, this is what will be asked. Okay. Otherwise it's all very obvious. It's for e-procurement, transparency, accountability, auctioning, invoicing, everything. So the 2.0 version is for more than 50 lakh projects right now, being implemented in only few ministries like Department of Rural Development and Panchayats, write down this, Water Resource Department, Public Works Department and its various boards. Thank you. Okay. This is 2.0. Next, Sparrow. So again, when you join service, you will have to submit an annual appraisal. Okay, so to ensure streamlining of annual appraisal of the government employees, we have an application now called as Sparrow. So electronic annual performance appraisal report. I'll repeat, electronic annual performance appraisal report. Rest you can understand. So there are some 10 lines below that. It's all fodder. It's not necessary. But you should understand that your seniors will evaluate you a performance appraisal. Okay, and technically it should be used for promotions and transfers, which does not happen anyways. But it's somewhat theoretical even in government that every year an annual appraisal report has to be submitted by your senior on you. You will be doing that for your subordinates also. So to streamline it, digitalize it, to make it more efficient, we have this. So if the officer do not submit it on time, they get alerts from Sparrow. Okay, delay in that, etc. Any other issues, Sparrow will help do that. Okay? Both state and central government employees in Karnataka will be benefiting from this. Next, Kannada related aspects to promote Kannada or software development in Kannada, governance in Kannada, because obviously if we use Kannada, it is going to benefit the people in rural area, the most marginalized, etc. So to promote e-governance in Kannada, there are several initiatives. Is that okay? So one we have called as e-Kannada. Okay, again it is important to remember all these things. So e-Kannada, what does it deal with? See, you should not get confused. See, there are other things also here, right? Kannada portal, it's a Kannada online encyclopedia. Is that okay? So e-Kannada, so all those things to do with Kannada or something like that put together, know the similarities and difference. To promote e-governance or governance in Kannada, we have Kannada computing initiatives, again through Center for E-Governance. These are all. So you have e-Kannada. What does it do? Development of software service in Kannada. Okay. So they will develop various applications and software in Kannada, various technical tool for Kannada language like translation. Now they are also using machine learning for translation. See, because documents, they may be in English or any other language, it has to be translated to Kannada. Now because Kannada is becoming much more important in administration, they are making it more mandatory to in administration. Okay, various documents today you get only in Kannada. Okay, so to translate English into Kannada, Kannada to English, etc., you need tools. And if you see, I'm sure when you get into revenue service, you will find historical documents along with the land records, right? It will be having hundreds, 200 years old certificates. So to get that translated, right? For now in the court, high court, etc., which language is used? English. Administration is Kannada. So here again the various rulings has to be translated into Kannada, and if the translation is not done properly, everything goes wrong. So we need softwares, we need tools. So that is being implemented by Center for E-Governance or e-governance initiative of Karnataka called as e-Kannada. So glossary and dictionaries, some words that is used in all old documents. I am sure even if you are literature, Kannada literature is there, you will find it difficult. So you see officers sitting with dictionaries and doing it is time consuming. Instead, if you have a software, and that too now machine learning also is there, machine translation. So they will do it on its own. So therefore, don't you think it will promote governance? Obviously, right? So dictionary, translation tools, etc. Okay, Pada Kanaja to bring various glossary and dictionary into one single digital platform. This is under e-Kannada itself, under e-Kannada. Okay, so this glossary and dictionary, the various terms that are being used, administrative terms, you should see it. Administrative terms you would not have heard only in Kannada. Okay, it's not the general language Kannada that we use. So these has to be compiled. So that is being done over here, Pada Kanaja. Okay, and machine translation. There is a MOU between University of Hyderabad and Government of Karnataka Center for E-Governance to provide this machine translation, machine learning, okay, by using artificial intelligence, English to Kannada, Kannada to English, is now being tested. So this you remember from prelims point of view. Okay. Okay, so don't get confused with this. I mean, yeah, so e-governance under this, the glossary, sorry, over here, encyclopedia and all these and that. Okay, fine. Okay, next, for various ministries, departments, they provide scholarship to students. Okay, SC, ST, OBCs, minorities, okay, women, they get various kinds of scholarship. To streamline that scholarship benefits, we have what is called as State Scholarship Portal. State Scholarship Portal by Center for E-Governance. Which ministries come under it? Everything which provides, the scholarship for students, like Minority Ministry, Social Welfare Department, OBC Department, okay, Agriculture Department also provides scholarship to farmers, children. So all those and anything to do with pre-metric and post-metric scholarship, okay, you have a portal. So students can apply very easily, get the money easily, government can monitor that regularly, it promotes transparency, blah, 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 all that is same thing. Is that okay? So for sanctioning of pre-metric and post-metric and DBT, direct benefit transfer, scholarship will directly come to the bank account. Okay, so State Scholarship Portal by Center for E-Governance, DPAR. Okay. Next, DBT, I think you all know it. Just the fact that is there in the economic survey I put up here, I don't know if you want to remember the number, 44 schemes are being implemented under this. So 44 schemes, direct benefit transfer in Karnataka. Across India, it says 390 schemes from 47 departments are being implemented. So DBT merits, demerits, all that from mains point of view, you should know, right? So, and also some facts. If you see, I think it's not so important here. There are certain facts like how much money have been saved, okay, by implementing DBT and all of that. Some rough figure you can say about 1,300 crores or something like that has been saved annually because of implementation of DBT. Okay. Direct benefit transfer, your bank accounts will be linked with your Aadhaar. Okay. Right. Next, crop survey. So digital crop survey. Okay, so to promote crop survey in 2017, a mobile application was developed by the Department of E-Governance, okay, along with Agriculture, Revenue, Horticulture and Sericulture Department. So using this mobile application, land survey is being conducted Okay, here it is not just government employees but also village residents, government and volunteers or villagers. Villagers can use mobile application and they can survey the lands. So the volunteers who help the government, so they have incentive also. Okay, so they survey utilizes educated village residents and farmers, and they get remuneration. You can remember this, 10 rupees per plot surveyed. They get a remuneration of 10 rupees by using mobile app. Whatever criterias are there, they have to fill it up. Okay, so the boundaries, etc., when it has to be marked, you have to fill it up. So those things are done, and for that 10 rupees per plot surveyed, and if it is a multi-crop in the plot, 20 rupees is provided to them. Okay, and a part of this, one application has been developed, Bele Darshak app. So basically this also will help the farmers and villagers to view the survey details. If there is any error, they can then approach the authorities for corrections and other things. It also is useful, for grievance redressal. So any objections, etc., also can be raised through this app. So you can also contribute by surveying. If your land is being surveyed, if there is any grievances, you can raise the grievances also. And this is also useful for deciding compensations and subsidies, etc. When there is a crop loss, okay, for compensation to be given for crop loss, also for determining the subsidies, also for enumeration of crops, what crops are being grown. Okay, all that can be done by using this app. You add that also, I didn't mention it over here. So crop enumeration, then subsidy, then any benefits, to determine the benefit, crop loss ke liye benefit, how much, etc. All that can be done over here also. Crop enumeration, to determine the subsidy, okay, crop loss, etc. Crop survey, that's why it's crop survey application. Again, very useful because it reduces the time, okay, for the farmers, and they can get the subsidies or they can get the crop damage fund, etc., very quickly. Okay, they again linked with Aadhaar, and you get message, okay, when it is directly transferred, and it is directly transferred to the bank accounts. Okay, next, Kutumba. So as we discussed earlier, so basically it is an entitlement management system. Entitlement management system. As I told you, Karnataka government has several beneficiary schemes only for residents of Karnataka. To manage the data, etc., we have entitlement management system. So it's a repository of family in Karnataka for data of about 5.6 crore residents of Karnataka has been collected so far, which is about 90%. So their status, matlab their caste status, their economic status, socio-economic status, everything is collected and kept so that they can identify the beneficiaries and provide whatever is necessary. And it is also integrated with all these apps, PDS. Okay, Navodaya application, please write down this. This is to ensure or streamlining of old age pension directly to the beneficiaries. Then Raita Vidya Nidhi scheme, so it is a scholarship. So I have not given much detail, these keywords you remember. Is that okay? So Raita Vidya Nidhi scheme, scholarship to farmers, children, and even birth, death, registration certificate and other government schemes, programs it is linked to. Is that okay? These I have just mentioned. So two things, Navodaya app, what is it for? Old age pension scheme. Kutumba app by Department of E-Governance. By Department of E-Governance. Okay. Done? Next, Karnataka Open Data Initiative. So Karnataka has recently come up, not recently, it has come up with an open data policy. All right. So as part of that, Karnataka Open Data Initiatives. Okay. So again, it's an initiative to promote transparency by making all the data that is available with the government available freely and openly. Okay, to promote transparency. All right, to publish data sets, documents, services, tools and application. If you read RTI Act, under the Act there is provision where it says that government should voluntarily disclose public documents and informations. All right, so as part of that also, and to promote e-governance by promoting transparency, we have Karnataka Open Data Initiative, where all the documents, everything that is public documents will be available to the citizens, okay, business to use it. So they will, you know, catalog it, they will, you know, arrange them neatly, etc. That's how it is going to be done. So again, this is being done by whom? DPAR, okay, to promote transparency. So this will be used to create a data lake project. So we have also an initiative to create a data lake project. It's a technical term, right? Data lake, all the data that is available will be made available through a platform. So that is a data lake project. So Karnataka Data Lake project, it's a dedicated big data. So either government would require it or various private sectors would require it. So they can take license and get these data. So I can get data as to who all are writing civil services and then send message Sunday Manthan tomorrow. Is that okay? That's the problem also. It can be misused by private sectors. The data which is given to the government, okay, as a custodian. Under Karnataka data policy, government is planning to monetize that data. So I can apply for data, civil service aspirants who all have applied for various exam. I can pay the government and get that data. I don't know whether merits, demerits, you have to discuss from the mains point of view. When we do mains Sunday Manthan, we'll discuss all that. Is that okay? So this is with respect to how this information is now being made available through Open Data Initiative. So Karnataka government's e-governance initiative to ensure all the data is available in various, in this platform, open and free for all. So there is a memorandum of understanding with IIITB, okay, to create this big data. Once this big data is done, government plans to monetize it by selling the data. Is that okay? You get calls, no, from travel agents saying that free Goa trip, please give your phone and email ID. And what do? That itself is so valuable. Each data they have is worth 20-30 rupees when they sell it. Overall, if they sell it to different agents, you get calls, right, based on that only. Is that okay? So that is very valuable, big data. From your mains point of view, it is always important. And it has also received an award. If you want, you can remember this. Socio-economic development category, okay, under the India Digital Award. So under the Digital India Award, under which category? Socio-economic development category. Okay. All right. Any doubt so far? Is that clear? So we have an open data policy. So government notified this, Karnataka government. This is not there in the survey, so you can add it. Open data policy. It was notified in the year 2021. The objective is to use this data, to market this data, to make these data available to organizations, easily in a systematic manner. I'll repeat, the objective is effective management and interoperability of data across state governments departments. So you have so much of data, organizing it. So what we are doing here is part of the data policy only, like that. If you say, economic survey, huge data, converting it into simplified is nothing but similar effort what the government is doing under open data policy. It will also come up with standard systems through which this information will be made available to the government as well as the organizations. So define the processes, the minimum standards, etc. for using this data for research, innovation and evidence-based governance, and also monetization of citizens' data. When this policy came out, there was lot of articles criticizing this particular clause. Okay, we have a data protection bill, if you recollect, at the national level, right? So this goes against the principle of that. Data protection says no data should be given, because here government is collecting the citizens' data and we are giving that data, right, as a, with that trust. So now if it plans to monetize it, then there are pros and cons which you need to remember from mains point of view. Is that okay? So please remember open data policy of Government of Karnataka 2021. That's all. Other than that, rest is very obvious statements. Next, there are websites for public, citizens, business, visitors, foreign visitors to know about Karnataka and government of Karnataka schemes, etc. Like how we have mygovernment.gov.in at central government. Now they have also asked Karnataka government and every other state government to also have such website. So you have karnataka.mygov.in. There is nothing much to it except that it is under CM office. So citizen engagement in governance and policy making. So you have some grievances, complaints, etc. you can do there, and also authentic information about Karnataka, the schemes, programs, etc. will be available over here. So even if you see the data, some of the data which we have also collected for our material is from here, like the census data, okay, the urbanization data, all those data, authentic ones, primary source is this, okay. Karnataka mygov.in. I don't think there's much difficulty except Chief Minister's office, you remember. Okay, then RTI online portal. Okay, so again, in order to streamline RTI applications, to monitor the progress of the application, etc., we have an RTI online portal. 2020 May it was launched in Karnataka, okay, for processing applications under the RTI Act. All state government departments, RTI application, etc. is being monitored through RTI online portal. All right. Next, Karnataka State Web Portal, okay, karnataka.gov.in. Again, there is no much specific points over here. So basically, it is a integrated platform. So it's a single website under which you have links given for various other ministries and departments. Now, if you go to this karnataka.gov.in, under that you have links for various departments, agriculture ministry, department, like that. So it's an integrated platform. So we don't have to remember the website of all other organization is what is the main idea. Single point information interaction for citizens, visitors and business people. If I want to know mining ministry's website, if I don't know, I can go there. I can Google it, but they decided to have a website of their own for all of that. Is that okay? So they will, and if you see all the government website has similar designs now. All it is part of this initiative, so that they will not be confused. They'll know where to go. It is almost all in same line, about us, then the organization chart, then RTI, like that. If you see, every website is same, so that they will not be confused. It should not be complicated for citizens. All right, redesigning, develop, host, maintenance of government website. So also unified domain. If you see, every website will have Karnataka.gov.in. It will have that. Okay, rural rdpr dot karnataka.gov.in. So one single domain nomenclature for websites for easy access, etc. As such, nothing much, just be aware of it now that we have discussed. Then we have National Academic Depository. Under Ministry of Education, set up in 2017. So it's a 24/7 online depository of academic institution for what? For storing and publishing their academic records like mark sheets, caste certificates, admission certificates, etc., TC. All these will be available under the National Academic Depository. Easy to store, easy accessibility, retrieval, validation, etc. Now, what is there in the news or what was there in survey is Yuva Nidhi system, okay, by National Academic Depository. So it is a template for provisional degree certificate. So common template for provisional certificates if you want to apply for jobs, etc. So a common template, that's called as Yuva Nidhi system. Is that okay, guys? Yuva Nidhi system. All right, next, fruits. So what we discussed earlier, Farmers Unified Beneficiary Information System, registration and beneficiary system. So registering the farmer, multiple department will be involved, right? So e-governance, Center for e-governance, multiple departments, right? All your agriculture, horticulture, sericulture, etc., fisheries, all of that will be part of it. A unified platform for what? For registration and for accessing various benefits, subsidy benefits, okay, anything, pension schemes. On registration, they will get a unique ID, universal and lifetime. They don't have to register once again, like how you have registered for KPSC. Now lifetime you can keep giving exams. Is that okay? So like that, unified, unique ID for lifetime access to benefits across departments. Is that okay? So your various, apps and other things like DBT portal, Khazane, financial management, etc. They're all being linked with this so that it will be again unified. I don't know, everything is getting unified now. For all the unified, they should have one more super unified website or something like that, I guess. Okay. So anyway, so banks and one more point that I found different is that even banks and cooperative institutions are using this for extending agriculture loans. See, other than that, it makes sense. Government benefits are being given, subsidies, pension schemes. Is that okay? Crop losses, everything is coming to fruits. Now, what I found very unique was, which also you need to remember is, that even private banks, cooperative societies are also using fruits, okay, in order to give agriculture loans also, because agriculture loan subsidy, subsidized interest, etc. could also be applicable to it. Okay, so those are now made available through fruits. Loan waivers and things like that can be made benefit by using this. Is that okay? So that you remember, because I found the rest, if you get a point saying that it is, which of the statement is incorrect. Banks, cooperatives, you feel, oh, it's a separate government, other than government. So naturally we would guess it out, but just remember that. See, as I told you since previous classes, sometimes you have to guess also. I hope I told you how to guess, right? If you have ruled out, two options, you have to guess. You should not leave it. I hope you are practicing that in your tests and you are seeing the difference. Okay, so like that, to guess you should at least be aware as to apply your common sense. Common sense would say, it is a government, it is only applicable to government. Now this you have to remember because it goes against the logic. Next, Janaspandana. Okay, so Janaspandana is an integrated public grievance redressal system. Janaspandana is an integrated public grievance redressal system. So as you once this word is mentioned, it makes it obvious. Grievance redressal. So you have grievances against any department in Karnataka. You can, give your grievances over here. So in 2021, so it was launched in 2021. Right now about 40 departments and about 1,500 schemes. Numbers is, when it is mentioned over 40 means it's not the exact number. So almost all departments, schemes you can go. And it is not just mobile or so on, it is a multimodal, matlab web, mobile application as well as call center. You can call and give your grievances. Okay, so it actually works. Okay, a lot of times whenever you face, you try this, it works. Is that okay? Next, integrated with the public grievance portal of central government also. So that means one unified system. Even central government departments operating in Karnataka, you can complain through this. So central, I just mentioned here. Yeah, so central grievance redressal is here. Central Public Grievance Redressal Monitoring System. A single portal that connects all ministries and departments, okay, of India and state. So this Janaspandana is linked with this. If you see under that, you also have these three words. I have just mentioned it here. It's very obvious. CM Letter Monitoring System. So in CM's office portal, you can put complaint that KPSC is not announcing postponement of the dates after election. Okay, so that letter will be monitored through letter monitoring system. You will get to know where it is and where it is not moving, where it is stuck. Then you can go to that officer and make sure it is not stuck. Is that okay? Then you have Chief Minister Janata Darshan, okay, is also linked with this. So that also is now digitalized. Earlier you had to go stand in queue in CM's house. Now that also is digitalized. And there is a policy in Karnataka where every district has a district in charge minister. So that district in charge minister also does darshan. Okay. So district Janata Darshan conducted by the district ministry in charge also is linked with Janaspandana. So you go there, you can find your district, you can put complaints over there also. So it's linked with that. I mean, it's very obvious. So just be aware of it. Is it okay, guys? Just the word public grievance redressal system, multi-mode. What I have marked in red is what you have to remember. Rest is the story which you will remember otherwise also. Okay? Next. So part of this is your Sakala, right? So Sakala, all of you know it, right? It is your guarantee, Service Guarantee Act. So Karnataka Guarantee of Services to Citizens Act 2011. So it guarantees that some of the important services given by the government is provided to you in a stipulated time and manner. Yes, citizens charter kind of a thing. So supplementing citizen charter is this act. So this makes it, justiciable. In a way it is now based on statutory. It's an entitlement that you have got. It's not the prerogative of the officers, it's your right. Okay, so right to service. Is that okay? So remember the act. This is important from your GS mains point of view also. You should know it. Somewhere or the other, even if they don't ask, you will be writing. That time you should not be wondering what is it called. Okay, Karnataka Sakala Service Act or Guarantee of Service Act 2011. So it guarantees services in stipulated time limit for everything, like birth certificate 15 days, death certificate 15 days, for caste certificate 15, like that you have dates. And if the officers do not do it beyond that stipulated time, they also will have to pay fine. The officers has to pay fine from their own salary. Is that okay? So that is compensation of rupees 20 per day, maximum 500 rupees. Is that okay? So you have 1200 one services under 100 department. I don't know if it is updated, but this is what was there. Also, if your service is rejected, you get an SMS as to why it is rejected. You will have a link, you click there, it will show that these things are missing. Meaning if your document is not correct, if the fee paid is not correct or something like that, the officer has to. So you just apply and leave it. Don't have to worry, they have to do it because these are monitored. How many pending cases are there? It is being monitored from Vidhan Saudha by the secretary of that department. They have to know, it's all accounted because it's an act. So then they will call the officers and they will ask why is it all pending. They have to give response. So why it is rejected, you have to do. Is that okay? Obviously, benefit, transparency, accountability, efficiency, right? So it also won Best Citizen Caring Governance Department Award under the stage platform. Okay. You just remember that. Sakala Act. Is that over? Yes? So that is Janaspandana and this one. Next is E-Sahamati. Okay. So you have the government which collects data, you have the public, the citizen who gives your data, and you have various organization which uses those data. So this E-Sahamati is a consent management platform. It's a consent management platform where any organization which requires individuals' data, my data, okay, can get access through this. Okay, so over here it is mentioned data fiduciary. So government is the data fiduciary. Whose data it is? Public. They are called as data principals. Okay, so the organization has to apply over here. So it lets entity, that is third party service providers, to get the data that is available with various government departments. I'll repeat again. So it's a platform. I'll repeat. So it's a platform which facilitates third party service providers to get access of data of citizens which is there in various government offices. I'll repeat. This E-Sahamati helps third party organizations which provide service to get access to citizens data, okay, by applying through this portal. So it lets entity. Who are these? Third party service provider. Anybody, it can be colleges, anything which is providing service. They would require individuals data which is available with the government. Okay, so with his or her permission. So there could be either you can click there. Whenever you apply, you give your data, Aadhaar number, that this. Their disclosure will be there, where you can say my data can be shared. If you click that, gone. Okay, your data will be shared with all licensed third party users who will apply to the government. If you say no, without my consent, you don't use my data, then the government will ask your permission before that data is used. Notification will come, etc. It's a first in India where the government body, citizens and third party, all three organizations, it links. Is that okay? So currently two government bodies are providing this service, or it is part of this E-Sahamati, that is National Academic Depository, what you read that time, and Fruits. Okay, right now if you apply or if you put your data in Fruits or National Academic Depository, right, that will be available for third party to use it. Is that clear, all of you? Simple. So e-Samati is what? Consent management platform. If you don't know these words, these are data fiduciary and principle, which is mentioned even in their website. All right. Next, Seva Sindhu project, delivering government services to citizens through various modes. Through various modes. Seva Sindhu project started in 2018. All right. Delivering government service to citizens through online platforms, door services, citizen service centers, etc. CSC, citizen service centers. So citizen service centers you all might be knowing: Bangalore one, Karnataka one, Grama one, Mobile one. I put the dates, if you want you remember, otherwise you can skip it, when it was started. Jana Sevaka is a doorstep delivery service under this project. So some of the constituencies in Bangalore, there is a pilot project going on where services will be given doorstep. So government officials or like Swiggy or this one, they will come to your house and provide you your caste certificate or whatever. I think it is being experimented in a couple of constituencies in Bangalore as a pilot project. Okay, so 8 to 8 it works. So they will come to your house, collect the necessary documents and data, etc., and provide you whatever service they provide otherwise. Is that okay? So that is Jana Sevaka, Grama 1, Bangalore 1, Karnataka 1, Mobile 1, all 111 is the same. I mean, it's obvious, it's all through, you know it yourself, might have experienced. These are all citizen service centers. Okay, very comfortable, right? All, it's a single window service provider, right? You can go and pay your bill from various utilities. You can get your Aadhaar linked, you can get your voter's ID, you can get your PAN card or whatever. All these services are available over here. It was awarded Prime Minister's Award for Excellence in Public Administration in 2021. So mobile governance, it's obvious. Why I have mentioned it is here, it is the largest multi-channel mobile service delivery. If you see the app, everything, all the government service is there in that. BESCOM, BSNL, okay, BWSSB or whatever district you are. So the vision of this mobile governance is anytime, anywhere, anyhow. So that's why I put this. Otherwise, the rest is very efficient, that this is clear. Through app, mobile app. You can download it from App Store and you can use it, see how it is. Okay. So Seva Sindhu project mein all this is there. And some apps relating to mobile. Is that okay? All this is fine? So some mobile apps and its ministries and this one. So you have Parihara, Revenue Department for compensation. So whether it is crop loss or any other such animal attack, animal this one, damage, compensation, etc. for compensations. Amruta Jyoti, okay, by electricity companies for subsidies. Okay. Then Karmani is Women and Child Department to enumerate the total number of transgenders in the state. And something spectacle app for National Health Mission. So I think free delivery of spectacles, I don't know for what, but you can make an assumption. Okay. Then last one, Avalokana software, citizen engagement platform. Okay, decision support system. So basically the public can interact with the government. Okay, so started in 2021 by World Bank to promote transparency and accountability in governance. So it has access to data on expenditure and sanctions related to 1800 programs. It was not there, but it was mentioned. Right now I don't know if it is defunct or not, nothing much is there on that. But it's by World Bank, 2021 Citizens Engagement Platform, a decision support system to promote transparency and accountability in governance. Vinay, one. Okay, so these are some of the e-governance initiative by Government of Karnataka. Any doubt? Okay, so I have shared a small test for you guys. Okay, 20 questions are there in the test. All of you have got a copy? Yes, so 20 questions of what we have discussed. Okay, I'll give you 10 minutes. Okay, I'll give you 10 minutes, 30 seconds per question, because we have just now discussed. Try to solve it quickly so that I'll again discuss the answer. For online students, just check the chat. We have shared the link of the PDF. You can download the PDF or you can read the PDF and write it in your notes, 1, 2, 3 and the answers. We'll discuss it after 10 minutes. Online students, have you got the link? See the chat box, you will get the link. Okay, those who are watching it later, check the description, you will find the link of the PDF. Quickly you solve it, we'll discuss it. Okay, so shall we solve it? Yes. So just a small information. Next week we are having Karnataka history full length test, free for all. Okay, so that will be on 2nd April. Top 5 ranks will get some special gift from us. Is that okay? So just to keep you motivated. Whole idea is so that something is happening so that you also will keep rolling, okay, and not give up. All right. This will be online. Go to the website and click on student login. If you have already registered for previous tests or some other program, you don't have to register again. If you are a new user, then only you register. Okay, you register and then you can take up the test. Free tests will be shown in that student dashboard. I think if you have given geography test this week, you already know how it is. So same thing, test will be at 11 a.m. Okay, for the prize you have to write at 11 a.m. If you write later, you won't get. So we'll get an Excel sheet of those who have written. Okay, by 2 o'clock we will finalize that. Okay, so this you can take small just to keep ourselves excited from your end also, for us to also keep excited. So that's all. Is that okay? So just keep a note on that. Quickly we'll solve it. I don't think it was difficult. So just to brush up on whatever we have discussed now. Some of you had to see the paper, see your notes back. It's fine. So whole idea is to get confidence of the material that you have. Just keep revising it is enough. However the question is asked. All right. So when case 1 was established, okay, 2009. Okay. Facts we have to give that also. All right, 2009. First one is B. Second, how does e-procurement contribute to economic sustainability? By increasing paper? No. By reducing the need for physical documents? Yes. By outsourcing procurement process to third party vendor? No. Okay. By limiting the access of procurement? No. Answer is B. Okay. Third one, what type of applications are hosted in state data center? Everything. G2G, G2B, G2C. All of them are hosted over here. All your applications that we have discussed, they're all hosted here. Again, local hosting, so therefore data is secure, right? And that's the main reason also, and we can cut the cost. Localization of data storage. All right. What next? Right. Which of them is correctly matched? Bhumi is revenue department. Khasane, treasury. Kaveri, stamps and Kutumba. Okay. So it is mixed. So 3 and 4 is incorrect, right? So the answer is C. Okay. Next, which of the following statement best describes sparrow? Very simple. Now that we have done, but in the exam sparrow looks all, if you start seeing sparrows in the exam, then it'd be difficult. Okay, anyway, sparrow, basically it is for your, what is it? Your appraisal report. C. Answer is C. Appraisal report. All of you? Okay, next. What is the purpose of state e-mission team? Okay, to monitor? No. To monitor? No. To support government departments in implementation of e-governance? To host government department? No, not hosting. That infrastructure is data center. To monitor and prevent cyber attack, that is a security team. So answer is so. So how do they support e-governance initiative? By training. Alva ashte, simple. By training. State e-mission team. Okay, next. Which of the following activities is not part of e-Kannada project initiative by Government of Karnataka? Localization of government application and software. Yes, Kannada language could be the correct answer. Develop, right statement. Develop technical tools, softwares, etc. That's also correct. Bring various glossary and dictionaries into single. That also is there. Pada Kanaja. So that also. So then to promote learning Kannada through mobile, that's not there. Okay. I think it is not there because in the future if they plan to do it right now, it's not. So it's not for learning app. It is only for e-governance, promoting e-governance in Kannada. Okay. Through that if you learn, that's a different thing. Okay. Right. Next, Kutumba application. What type of data does it store? Commercial, environmental, farm? No, it is for family attributes, caste, socio-economic conditions and all of that. So answer is A, individual and family attributes, Kutumba. Okay, what is C-clan? Very simple. Now local area, network, secretariat, right? So secure wireless connectivity for administrative departments. Is that okay? So the answer is C. Next, what is the purpose of Karnataka State Web Portal? Karnataka State Web Portal, single point information, G2G, G2G communication, monitor government programs, none of the above. Yes? A, to single point of information. That's the best option over here. Okay, maybe monitoring of government programs is not directly, because it disseminates all information. You can say it can also be useful for that, but the best answer is single point information for all the citizens. All right. Next, what is Mahiti Kanaja? Yes, portal providing access to information, treasury management, government e-procurement, RTI. Which one? Simple. A. It's a portal providing access to information on public service. All right. Next, what is the full form of fruits? Fresh out of oven, so you are able to remember. Now what is that? Farmers registration and unified benefit system. But there it might get confusing exam. Registration and unified information system. Is that okay? All right. When did the Sakala mission begin and how many services? If you want to make it factual in this one. A. Okay. Started on 2nd April 2012, 151 service and 11 department. KPSC has been known to ask such questions. Is that okay? So therefore be prepared for that also. But don't have to worry that then get carried away and study everything, because there are enough questions you can answer without knowing facts. Example is me only. I am not that good in facts, remembering these data. All the times prelims I have cleared. Is that okay? Prioritize your resources. Is that okay? So don't worry about these numbers. If you are not good at it, don't worry, focus on others. There will be some 30 questions like that. Leave all 30 questions. Still you have 170 questions which you can mark. Is that okay? Seva Sindhu. Yes, what is it? Platform for online delivery of service. Is Seva Sindhu project, right? Next, what is the primary objective of Jana Sevaka project? Step to provide assistance to old age to conduct health awareness. Huh? B. Huh? Question ilva? Okay. Okay, fine. Anyways, now you know it. Okay. Right. Which of the following is not a service provided by Bangalore One Center? Yeah? Yeah, bank statement, obviously. Is that okay? So don't get confused with, oh, bank and cooperative society gives loan there, so now it might be available here. No. Statements you have to go to the bank accounts itself. Right? PAN, utility bill, Aadhaar enrollment, everything is fine. Next, Karnataka Resident Data Hub is created for what purpose? E-sign and Aadhaar related. Don't get confused with the other one, resident, this one, sorry. Okay. The data center, that's a different one. Okay. Yes. I mean, I made a change in the paper, that's all, but 17th e-Sahamati is a generic consent manager. Yes, that's correct. Generic consent manager. I told you, right? So the data principal, fiduciary, and the third party organizer. So it's a generic consent manager. It's correct. 2 data fiduciaries are on board e-Sahamati platform. It's correct? Yes. So both are correct. So question 17, both are correct. Then question 18, the Directorate of Electronic Delivery Citizenship was constituted, whatever, the date, I mean extra is here. So, which is responsible for which all projects? Seva Sindhu, Grama 1, Direct Benefit Transfer, Jana Sevaka project. Okay, not DBT, not DBT. So DBT would come under the national program. So this would come under the state. Seva Sindhu, Grama 1, Jana Sevaka, Mobile 1, everything. Please make note of it. This is electronic Directorate of Electronic Delivery of this one under Center for E-Governance, DPAR. So under that these three comes. 9 pillars. Karmani mobile app. C, women and child department for transgender enumeration. Is that okay, guys? So I've just added a mains notes, mains question. Just that now we are making a transition after prelims to mains. Just make a note of it. See, something like explain the role and impact of Karnataka's e-governance initiative. Okay, and how it is with examples. So therefore you will need to know at least some 4 or 5 facts from today's class, even from mains point of view, even if it is not asked. So you take, for example, some for service delivery, some for accountability, some for government to government administration, one or two examples from each area. Citizen to citizen, government to government examples, those to promote transparency, those to promote ease of business, etc. So like that you explain 1, 2, 3, examine the role. So you don't have to, you have to, the role and its impact, positive and the challenges with examples. Impact means it's not just positive, negative ginta challenges you have to write. Okay, it's not about negative. There are issues that are the challenges. You can't say transparency is bad. Okay, transparency has a challenge that we need to address. Like for example, transparency ke liye what have they done? Data lake. That is good, but it has challenges. Who will protect the data? Who will ensure privacy? That is a challenge. Just because those challenges are there, you cannot say that transparency is bad, right? So negative is not there, positive and challenges. The role that is played, economic role, that is efficiency, effectiveness, equality, social role, equality, political, accountability, transparency, consensus decision making. The same first picture that I put, you organize it. If you know those 10 words, you can write on your own. That is the role played. Impact, positive and negative. You write in one page the role that is played. Second page, you write the impact, positive impact, and that too don't write story, positive impact, efficiency, example, this. Okay, ease of delivery, example, right? Good administration, kajane, example. Like that, you don't say it brings transparency. So therefore, the transparency, everybody knows that this blah, don't write like that. Write 10 points instead of writing 2 points and writing it in paragraphs, right? Challenges. And conclude by saying that by bringing these reforms or bringing some data or something else, you conclude. Is that okay? So that's how you can write your answer. Is that okay? So I'll leave it at that for today's class. 2 o'clock you can have lunch and come back. 2 o'clock we'll have continuation of economic survey by Harendra sir. So just a note on this. If you like our classes, please do share and subscribe, blah, 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 all that thing. Okay, thank you so much. Keep yourself motivated, guys. KPSC is unpredictable. Even after you get into service, it is unpredictable. So you're getting into a very unpredictable job. So the path to that also is very unpredictable. You're there serving, tomorrow you'll get a letter that you're transferred. Is that okay? So it is very unpredictable. Sometimes you will not get postings only. You'll be sitting at home waiting for posting, like how you are now waiting for the exams. So have patience. For this, it's not just about intelligence, have patience, consistent in your preparation, be motivated, enjoy the process. If you start complaining, if you live and You mingle with negative people, you also will become negative. Be with positive people who have hopes, right? It is very difficult life, okay, but KPSC at the end will give you fruits. For that you have to have patience. The one who is standing, the tortoise, right, slow but steady. Because see, when we got notification, no, we can see the data analytics in our website and all of that. Sudden increase. And gradually it is declining. Is that okay? That is what is expected, because this examination tests you in various ways, not just mentally, not just academically, but mentally, spiritually, physically. You will be angry with your God, you will love your God, angry with your God, love. That will go on happening. You will have relationship, you will break up, you will have relationship, break up. Okay, you will have economic poverty, richness, poverty, all that will go on happening. It's a roller coaster ride. I'm telling you now only, if you are up for it, stay here. Is that okay? So a lot of people gets filtered before the exam only. It's good. Congratulate yourself that you have survived so long. Continue this. Don't miss out. Is that okay? The one who sticks by at the end gets some or the other job satisfying their dream goals, etc. Is that okay, guys? Thank you so much. I hope the class was good. We'll see you. I'll see you tomorrow. Next week. But 2 o'clock you'll have the second part. Thank you, guys. Have a good day.